Well, Maria and I starting to find some of them. Some of these guys are gonna be good addition for the homestead, and some of them will be fed to Ranger. Let's get moving. Look at all the fish. Let's catch some more. I spent a lot of time in the garbage can, fighting over food with the garbage man, wishing well.
We've received the shipment of the live tilapia, and this is an urgent matter because they're very temperature sensitive. So we have to make sure that we get them acclimated quickly before they die.
Y'all ready to get them? CJ, bullfrog, 6 o'clock, get him. Got him. What are we gonna do with this guy?
With a catfish needle. Get yourself with a catfish needle.
Get yourself a little catfish dinner. Alright, so this is the area here that we made our way to. And I think what I'm gonna do is come in with my net and try to pitch some of these areas. And well, let's take a look on the backside. Maybe pitch this backside here as well. I saw a little commotion here. Well, cross the creek. Yeah, back again with another one. Back again with another one. And well, y'all read that title right. We're doing some fishing on this one. But this video here, we're gonna key in on the fish systems that we've got going on. I've started right here in this area, and the reason why, well, not for that old war history collection item there. That was the rifle that was toted by old Ulysses S. Grant. Well, that's when he said don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes, I believe he said. But we've got that thing growing out good. This one here is a water plant. And well, what that means is once it gets done growing here, well, it'll absorb so much water, and then from there on, well, we'll move it to our water system. But the real reason I'm here is periodically, well, we'll get packages that'll get delivered in, well, on the backside of our home here. And well, this is special to me. Well, live fish. It seems that Maria, well, she's made an order for the tilapia there. And well, they've made their way in, so I can't leave and just run off and go fishing yet. I'm gonna let Maria acclimate them guys for ewes, and while I let her take you inside to the tank. And then, well, when she get done, y'all meet me back out here. We gotta go feed them peacocks.
We've received these instructions here. On these instructions, it says our live tilapia should be at about 75 degrees. So, we've got our thermometer adjusted here. We've got it to where it's reading the surface temperature. It says there's 75.6 degrees here. And what we're going to do is we're going to test the temperature of the water in the tank to make sure that it's within about 5 degrees. That way, the tilapia don't die. They're very, very temperature sensitive, so we got to be urgent about this matter. We got to make sure that these temperatures match. Stay tuned. I see our first issue here. Our first issue is the filter. He's got some holes in him, and I believe the tilapia can fit through those holes. So I'm gonna go grab an aerator, see if we can get some adequate aeration in here so I can cut that pump off. Alright, so I've got our bubbler hooked up here so we can get our proper aeration on our tank without them going through the filter there. Hopefully I made the right decision. We'll have to see on that. But I'm going to take a cup of this water here and I'm going to put it in the bag with the fish so I can slowly get their temperature acclimated. Stay tuned. So I've got our fry here. They're pretty delicate. I've got my cup, old school measuring cup here. I'm going to get 1 cup of water from this tank up here and I'm going to put it in this bag. Now this is very time sensitive. We've only got 40 minutes from when we take the fish out of this bag before they die. So once you open this special solution, they can only live in this solution for up to 40 minutes before they have to be transferred to regular water. It's got special membranes and such in there that make sure that they get their oxygen they need while they're shipping. So there's a certain way to acclimate these. So let me get on it. I'm gonna get this glass of water and I'm gonna put it in here to slowly acclimate them. So we've got the temperature of the tank at about 76 degrees. We've got the temperature of the bag at about 76 degrees. What we're going to do is we're going to start acclimating them to the new enclosure. We've got the contents of the bag down to about empty and we're just going to get them on in here. So So we've got everybody set up in there. It looks like they're schooling up down there at the bottom. Looks like we had one little casualty, but just for size comparison, I wanted to show you how tiny these guys are. Y'all see he's about just the size of maybe an apple seed. He is teeny tiny. It looks like they're settling in just fine. Stay tuned.
I'm sure I've showed some of you the self roof we put on here. Y'all know I'm the self-proclaimed Scotty and Ronald best roofer in the world. Well, y'all saw my roofing story last week. Well, I worked 9 hours and the guy paid me a $100 bill. Woo. But I wanted to show you guys this old hen here. Not the one in the front, but the one in the back. Well, I don't know if that's old chicken nugget. I don't know what Maria calls it. But we got her locked up here in confinement. Well, the other day, Maria and I, we snuck in on. And, we were cleaning out some of the enclosures and all. Well, we found something in the dome that they wasn't supposed to have. And, she didn't want to tell on anybody, so she rolled. But, she's doing all right for now. Oh, she's got about 3 or 4 more days in here. Well, I didn't come down here to talk about no silkies. Let me show y'all what I'm going to be feeding them peacocks today. Yeah, these peacocks here are spoiled. Well, they like meat for protein, and today, well, it's going to be sliced ham. Let's see who wants it. That one right there say she'll take a little bit of it. This here is good supplemental protein for the peacocks. Well, they got a special diet, and they always don't get, well, exactly what they need to be part of the diet. But, well, with this pork here, it'll beef them up quickly. But, we're going to feed these guys up, and then we're going to be on our way. I'm not going to take up too much time here with them. You guys have met all these before. And, well, all except the 5-acre homestead, of course. Mr. Gary, shout out to you on this one. Well, I'm the same as you. Well, I don't always turn my notifications on. If anybody subscribed this thing and ain't getting a notification, well, go up there and hit that notification bell at the top right, left of your screen there. And, well, I said that quick because I don't know where it's at, but just hit it. And, well, maybe you get some notifications when we go to upload these things. Ranger say y'all missing his growth, well, because y'all ain't subscribed or notified. But I'm going to get finished throwing this ham in here, and then, well, after that, we're going to load that old Tahoe up. And, well, we're going to see if it can cross a creek or tow a heavy load. Moon coming through the pines. I'm talking country. Maria and I stopped by this old Dollar General. We're going to run in and get some Scooby snacks, and, well, we're going to see if we can go wear something out today. See if we can go in and get us some Lunchables. Alright, so this is the area here that we made our way to. And I think what I'm going to do is come in with my net and try to pitch some of these areas. And, well, let's take a look on the backside. Maybe pitch this backside here as well. I saw a little commotion here. And, again, I'm targeting small bait fish or any invasive species of fish that I can take home and, well, feed the farm. I see something swimming around right there. So I'm going to get my net, see if I can get me some cut bait first. And then I'll cast some rods out. And then, well, anything else I find will just be extra. After a couple empty throws here in this area, well, Maria and I decided we quit. We're off to the next spot. Check in, y'all, when we get there. Well, as we mentioned, we wasn't doing much catching over there, so we're making our way over to the next area here. And well, we're going to see if we can get close enough maybe to do some pitching in some of these spots. It's got a lot of structure out here. And what I'm hoping, well, I'm hoping I can get me a small fish over one of these backwaters here. And, well, rig them back on. Y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to pitch them off, see if I can catch me old caiman, old backwater caiman or something. But a lot of life in this area. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get close enough to the water to do any pitching with my net. Only reason I say this because every time I get close, well, I hear that old no-shoulders tell me get back. He said get back. We definitely going to start working this area right here. And see how this thing turn out. And, well, if it goes as planned, of course, we'll be checking back in with y'all.
Quick.
Well, Maria and I starting to find some of them. Some of these guys are going to be a good addition for the homestead, and some of them will be fed to Ranger. Let's get moving. We're going to put them in this bucket here and see if we can pile up a good bed of them. If you look down up underneath there, these here are green sunfish. Well, green and blue sunfish. And, well, they up underneath here thick. I don't know if that camera's picking them up or not, but we're running them out, pitching the net over them, and bringing them back in. Maria's going to work some of these rocks right here. But she says she's going to flip over 1 or 2 just to see if we got any crawfish in the area. And, well, if they're there, we're going to take some of them home, too. Look at all the fish. Let's catch some more. well, we just about got all the fish we need from this area here. And well, I'm gonna take these guys home and introduce them to the creek. This is how we're gonna start our first stocking of our pond here. And these wild brim gonna get in there and repopulate like they need to. We hadn't found any crawfish yet in the area, but these brim here, that'll hold up. Let's get these guys on back. Alright, so obviously we made it to the area here with the fish, and we made it home. It just dawned on me, I didn't show you guys, well, how we were out there catching those fish with the cast net and all. And well, normally when we go fishing, Maria has some ultralight set up and she'll pitch it out. And this time we were a little bit without, so we had to make it work best we can. I'm gonna try to pour these guys over to this net here right in front of the TV screen, and then from there, well, I can show you what we're gonna be doing with it. Out there, he's dragging. He said he's struggling, but y'all didn't clear them from spot to spot, so he's struggling to get through it all, he said. We're gonna put these guys in this whole green net here, and this net here will go down in the water, keep them separate from our course. Let's get set up. As you guys can tell, well, we got our fish set in right here. We're gonna drop them guys in some water, and we'll let that water go on down, and we're gonna get the net set up how it should be. I'm gonna see if I can get this pin set on here correctly, and I'll check back with y'all once I got it set up how it should be. Well, I don't know if you guys can see way down in that corner. You guys can see him. Well, there's a turtle here. And, well, this is turtle habitat. We've kind of given this area. But I'm going to use, I've got a screw here inside his old floating deck area that he gets up on. And, well, if you look down in the bottom of there, well, them fish are just swimming freely down there. And, well, I think I'm just going to use this setup here. Well, let these fish get acclimated to this water temperature. And once they get acclimated, I'll move them where they want to be. Alright guys, we since moved the fish over to this area. There's more aeration here. As you can tell, well, some of these guys struggled and croaked on out, but majority of them still doing good in there. I got them a little more aeration going, but that's not why I turned this thing on. I fired this thing up country style, and the reason being is because, well, you guys saw the title of this video, and well, that's what I do. I'm all about free food. Well, I'm all about a bargain. Some of you may say I'm cheap, but, well, if I can feed these animals for free, and well, you guys know fish is definitely a big part of these guys' diet, any bird for that matter. Look at old Ranger, he's got a little color down in his neck there. Let's see if any of them want a fish. And this, I ain't had no fish in a while. What is that? And they're off. Put another one off in there. And another. Yeah, and they're off. They said they want to play some blue 42 with these old fish, they say. Let's put them another one. Eventually, we'll put enough fish in there to make them slow down, and well, after they slow down, what they'll do then is they'll take their time and digest it on down, and they'll get back on into action there. Then right there say, you can't have mine. Well, Eulogy said he's gonna try to choke his down. Y'all look, somebody dropped theirs right there. Whoop, spotted. I'm talking about quick. Some of these guys here quicker than a hiccup. Well, I stopped in to feed these guys, and well, as you can tell, they like fish. I don't think you can catch enough fish to feed these guys. He said, shake them, he said. He said, shake them on down. Sometimes it takes that. He said, some of y'all don't judge. Some of you drive home every day, well, get stuck in traffic and whip open that whopper and go to choking that guy down. Woo. Let's drop one more off in there. Well, here, who wants the last one? Oh, you do? You got beat out of it. I just stopped in to feed these guys just to show you guys, well, when you bring wild feed over here and you feed, well, back to wildlife, well, they enjoy that better than any kind of processed grain and all. They running down through there. They say, you can't take it from me. You better run a little quicker if you're going to catch me. Woo, that guy that's quicker than daggum. I might change his name. I might call him Swifty. Look how he coming down through there. Ooh, there's Eulogy. I'm not going to spend too much time here with these peacocks. They're at that fun age where they want to run and cut up some, and well, I enjoy watching it, so. Oh, he said, give me that. He almost got beat out of it. Alright, guys. Well, we're going to get over to the corn, and well, let's feed the rest of the homestead. If you look right down there, you'll see old street runner jumping off of that handmade goat hut RJ, Maria, and I built. We took some tin and rewrapped it and, well, doubled it up and brought it back around. And now it's a profitable goat house. Y'all know what time it is now. Well, go ahead and take that volume on the TV, well, and crank it all the way up. That ran out of here on me. Well, let me open this top up and get some of this coke out of here. And well, y'all heard that loud boom. Let's get some shout outs out of the way before we get started on this thing. Well, shout out to Coach Willie. Shout out to Coach Fern on this one too. And well, any wounded warriors. Let's get some kern down off in there. And woo. Well, y'all better figure it out. We're gonna feed these guys up countryside. That's right, no fish. And since I didn't produce them any fish, well, I'm gonna come on in and drizzle. Old school drizzle. That's right. That's right. I got away from Trizzle and now I'm at drizzle. But we're gonna feed these guys up old school country style. Get on in there. That chicken right there, that's old soft chicken. That chicken right there, well, it reminds me of my mother-in-law. Shout out to Gigi on this one too. Gigi, if you happen to catch this one, well, we miss you. We got to plan some kind of visit to make something happen. But I don't have time to get too deep off into them sentiments right now. I got to feed these guys up country style. Woo. Next one we're going to go in is, well, old Lockdown Holman. We didn't switch this place up some, and well, we got it in here for the miners. We're going to drizzle a little corn in there with them. And with this whole kernel, you guys just going to have to be willing to try something a little different. Try something a little different. Get down there and, well, get you some of that whole kernel and see if you like it. But, old Buff Bagwell, they said they ain't used to that whole kernel. They said they ain't used to that. It's a little hard to get down, and, well, it's sort of like Maria's T-bone. Well, I ain't going to go into no cooking on this thing. Ooh, y'all trying to get me in trouble. I almost let some of you get me in trouble. Some of you is watching this thing right now. Y'all know it's a good idea for me to cut it off right there. I hope she ain't coming. Let's get out of here, y'all. The next area we're going to get in the feed as well. Wow, shout out to J&M on this one as well. We'll get in and feed them silkies up. Old school country style. See if y'all like that. Y'all like whole kernel? Don't be spoiled. Just try it out. This old school take it or leave it dinner right here. Some of you can ask CJ about that take it or leave it dinner. Well, yeah, you heard that right. Maria and I agree, well, she's not going to be a short order cook. And with that being said, when we cook that dinner, if it's spinach, beets, I don't know what it is, but it's take it or leave it. Woo. Them guys that said they'll take it. They just like CJ. Well, this one right here is exactly like CJ. Well, when we make that take it or leave it dinner for CJ, well, he sits around tough for a minute. And he says, well, I'll just leave it. About an hour go by, you see him come back in there. You hear that refrigerator crack open, and well, he's back at that table. He decided to take it after all. Let's go feed some others. The next area we're going to head in here is, well, the old turkey museum, the old Coliseum there. Well, that's what that guy there outside. He don't want to eat me up instead. But these guys here doing well. Well, I guess I'll be honest with you. They're trizzling. That old game rooster right there. Well, say he tough. Well, until he got out, of course. And well, old Roy Jones Jr., that's right, my old Silky Cross. Well, he put him back in here. But everything's doing well. Asa's there. She's a long time Cross the Creek veteran there. But she's in her 20th season, and well, she's still putting in good minutes, as you can see. She followed us well from the last homestead over into this one, and well, she's just been adjusting accordingly ever since. I got to get over there and feed on Esther, y'all. And Esther around through there, and she's screaming. She said she wants some of that kern, and she heard it was whole kernel this week. I was getting ready to tell y'all I got to get in here and feed on Esther, but them ducks there look like they're not gonna let me in. So I got to put an old school reverse move. When I throw something that way, old school misdirection. I got to get over here and feed on Esther. Well, she's been with us a long time, and well, y'all see her drop them off screen, y'all. And well, the bottom line here is, well, if you can reproduce and regenerate, well, you got a home, you work a little feed. And we're going to start with that, and I'm going to get back here and see if I can find me some old school Himalayan feed. Well, I can't show y'all that. Well, it's not video appropriate today, and well, let's just be honest, I don't know if you want to see it anyway. We're going to feed these guys up on our way out here. I like to feed them on my way out, well, that way they can get me away to exit pretty clean. Let me show y'all little Christina Aguilera. That old white duck there been around a long time too. That's old Christina Aguilera. And well, she's the reproducing queen. She's gonna bring you 15 or 20 eggs each time she lays. And well, when them ducklings get to hatch, she's gonna walk at least 18 of them to the back door. 18 to the back door. And well, this is my old green girl knockoff. I call her knockoff. Well, she ain't too camera friendly yet, and she don't want to introduce herself to me. But she's the one who told y'all she didn't care if you subscribed or not. Now these rabbits here are one of the few animals on the farm. Well, They say they don't want no fish to eat. They say they above it. And, well, they vegetarian. They probably, like some of you, go green. They going green, they say. And, well, I'm going to see if I can get them some current in this thing, old school style. I got them, look, I got them all round up. I hit them with the up and under, old school Nikola Jokic style. He said they'll take some of that current, even if it's off his back, See if I can get that camera around and get you good. I ain't gonna watch this stuff. How they look? Tell Maria thumbnail this thing. I spent a lot of time in the garbage can, fighting over food with the garbage man. Wishing well. I got to move on, guys. Old Ben, I appreciate you giving me some time. You might get stay. Baby girl, you gotta go to school tomorrow?
No, sir.
That means I guess you're gonna talk my head off all day long again. Why you don't have to go to school? What's the occasion?
Veterans Day.
Shout out to any veterans that may be stopping in to catch this one. Skylar, tell them.
Happy Veterans Day.
Well, you're supposed to say Happy Sunday, but since you went with Happy it is Veterans Day, I understand. Shout out to any veterans again.
Fact. Did you know Veterans Day was called Armistice Day?
Nah, I didn't know that. You learning something up there at that school. Good job, baby girl. Fun fact for the day. Let's get this goat fed up. Let me give you a fun fact. If we can't get our utility bill down some, we're gonna have to turn them TVs off and them lights off. We got them goats fed up. I couldn't get that camera on enough time, but they're enjoying their temporary stay at the VRBO. Well, their Lumatech home is what we built them. And well, they're enjoying their stay. Maybe for another couple days or so. Well, until at least some of those right here can go out of heat. And well, I don't want some of them bred. They're too young to be with that Billy, and we got them separated. But I'm gonna get on the other side. I'm gonna feed the other goats. I'm gonna take you with me, and well, we'll see what we got next on the list to do today. Aaron, what we got on the agenda today? How much work we getting ready to do?
The sun's gonna go down,
bro. No, time to clock in. As you can tell, my cousin Aaron stopped by, and we didn't get a chance to, well, get much filming on some of the rest of it. But night's pretty much over here. We got one more area I got to stop in and feed, and I'm gonna go check on those fish. And well, I won't top too much more of y'all's time. Y'all ready to get them? CJ, bullfrog, 6 o'clock. Get him. Got him. What we gonna do with this guy?
Get yourself with a catfish dinner.
Get yourself a little catfish dinner. Sound like a winner. Where we gonna put him? Let's put him in like a cup or a jar. Whoa, he said he's out of here. CJ's found an old school rotten winch there. We're gonna get this frog and put him up. CJ says it's hard to handle. Let's put him up, CJ. You got him? Let's carry him on. Come on. Ain't nothing like...
Get yourself with a catfish dinner.
There you go.
Still got him.
Come on.
Is he a big one or a little one?
Big.
I'm gonna find somewhere to put this guy for now. And we're gonna get to feeding the rest of the mammals like I promised you, and then we're gonna get out of here. Put him right here beside this old coon tail. Let's get us a cup. Alright, so we made it back into that area. I told y'all we were gonna do some feeding, but I tricked you. I want y'all to stay on around for this old bluegill releasing. We're gonna release some of them guys that we caught up today, and some of them doing well and thriving, and some of them doing a little slower and all. But the ones that are doing well, I'm gonna put on out, and we're gonna give them a new habitat where they can live here. And well, the ones that's trying to turn upright, well, y'all know they'll get fed the ranger and all. But I want to tell anybody that's watching this thing, we're struggling with anything, well, do like these old bluegills doing and sit on them spots, and well, that thing will be turned around. But continue to put that effort out, and well, that turtle always catches up with that rabbit eventually anyway. And well, that's what faith will do. But I appreciate you guys stepping in and following this one all the way through to the end with us on this Sunday. And well, look forward to seeing all the rest of you as well, same time next Sunday. Thanks for watching.